live.
We are live and we are on the first podcast.
Yes.
Chris and Chris.
The first podcast. Chris.
The first of one.
The Chris and Chris podcast. The first of the Chris and Chris podcast. So, if you don't know other stuff, we used to have a little channel called Flicks with Chris and Chris. No one watched that, so we're trying again.
That's not true.
3 years later.
I think that was very good.
Well, I guess so, but like, how many videos did we make?
We made I think 8.
How many did we make? I'm gonna look that up.
I'm doing it right now. I think it's less than 8. Actually, it might be 8.
Fucking
11 videos total. Made 11 videos total, and let's see. Are they in chronological order?
I think so.
First one got 349. Second one got 1.5.
Anyway.
No, 1.5K on part 1. 400 on part 2. 600 on Last Man on Earth. 1,000 on Raid. 300 on Reefer Madness. 470 on Superman.
This is riveting.
I know. I mean, I think.
Get up on the mic, you dick.
What do you mean? I'm not on the mic?
No, you always do this.
How do I always do this?
You're never on the fucking mic enough.
It's pretty close to my mouth.
And then you'll say something funny like, "Oh, this is really funny. Yeah, my name is Chris." But it sounds like that.
I feel like this is any closer, and I'm gonna be kissing the mic. And
You gotta do that with these.
I have to put it on my mouth.
Yeah.
This sounds like something you tell a girl in high school.
Anyway, so we just wanted to get together once a week, right? To just shoot the shit,
Yeah.
Me and Chris always make each other laugh. Yeah, so we were talking about Hey Arnold, right?
Yeah.
And what were you saying about it, Chris?
That they made a lot of gay jokes at Mr. Simmons' expense.
The thing is, I don't remember all the gay jokes. What are you talking about?
There weren't, but it was heavily implied that he was gay, and they would go off on that a lot.
So if you haven't seen, there's a new Hey Arnold movie out, and Chris has not seen it.
I believe Mr. Simmons makes a move on Arnold, and it's very uncomfortable. It's getting a lot of backlash.
And then you just insert the
yeah, they're
sound effects.
slapstick sounds. I want to try and look something up.
That was like the 12-year-old Curb Your Enthusiasm music. that was the equiplant.
I'll hit me. I'm crazy.
What were the other things that we were talking about?
Mr. Wynn.
He has a very creepy laugh.
And they were walking through the Central Park, I guess, and all the urban legend shit. The headless cabbie.
That's right.
And you find out at the end it's Mr. Wynn, and he's like, "I have a very creepy laugh." And he was loses the accent and everything. It was pretty funny.
Oh no, I a very creepy laugh, and I lost my daughter in Korea. But it was fun.
It was Vietnam, Chris. You racist.
I'm the racist now. You're the one that said it first.
Yeah, well, we recorded you saying it, so.
So I get the heat, I guess. I very creepy laugh. I left my daughter in Korea. Well, which Korea? Obviously North, right?
There's no good Korea, so.
This is all we're all. Well, actually, they never said in the show.
They
just
didn't.
heavily implied it was Vietnam.
Yeah, well, yeah. Why would it? What do you mean?
They never said specifically Vietnam, I thought, on the show.
They actually, I think they did.
Did they?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did. I'm pretty sure he's specifically said Vietnam. Pretty strong for a kids cartoon. He's in a crowd of people, with his daughter in a fucking military plane, trying to give his daughter. It was kind of ridiculous. I'm like, can we go back to
what?
Them stealing a turtle from the aquarium?
It's kind of a deep. The creepy grandma.
Oh, you want a cookie? Oh, you tossed her cookie. Come on, Jaws, bite me.
Right in the thing. A little caveat, spoilers. I had to tell Chris that Arnold's last name is Short Man.
That got me. I was like, oh man, that's why his grandpa calls him Short Man. It was right under our noses the whole time. His
big ass, his big
head
ass
that looked like a dick. You ever see that?
Yeah.
His grandpa's head looks like a penis.
Is that another gay joke?
I don't know. Is it?
I don't know.
Never ate raspberries.
Pal.
Oh.
I'll smash them up.
Dino Spumoni.
Dino
Spumoni. The Circle Jerk Theater.
Wait, what do they call it? Circle Jerk Theater?
No, it was the Circle Theater, I thought.
Toots, if you get in my way, I'm going to smack your mouth, okay? It was all just domestic abuse. That song was all just about domestic abuse.
He was all domestic abuse.
He was talking about like different like things in the apartment or whatever.
That he was gonna smash.
Yeah.
Because she broke his heart.
Yeah.
The other one, he was like, I'm gonna punch you if you look at my woman, because my woman is my property. So if you look at things that belong to me, I will physically hit you. And he made that shitty song.
Which one? The my vile bow.
That one actually wasn't. That one wasn't bad. It was the other one when
you like that one?
It wasn't a bad song. It was a sad song, but it wasn't a bad song.
You're a fucking sucker for sad shit sometimes. Like
I just because I don't think it was bad. The other one, when him and his writer broke up, and he wrote that really terrible song.
What was it called? I don't even remember.
I don't remember the name of it.
You mean the other guy was trying to write words over it?
No, like
but Dino.
I thought Dino couldn't. The other guy couldn't write music, right? And Dino couldn't write lyrics.
No, Dino. Wait. Oh no! I think it was the other way around. Dino wrote the lyrics. The other guy wrote the music.
No, because I remember the other guy had the shitty piano thing, and it was like a terrible.
No, he couldn't write the lyrics, man.
I don't know, man. Because Dino was on the piano. He had the real piano in the house, and the song was good, but he had shitty lyrics, and the other guy
look
had
that shit up right now.
I'm gonna look it up.
Anyone who knows about this, tell Chris how you're a fucking idiot. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Every time that old guy with the straps around,
yeah,
he was always next to a piano.
Oh my god, this was just a bad song altogether. Yeah, see, Dino's like, that's my melody, and the other guy's like, those are my lyrics.
Oh shit! God damn it!
Got him.
I was wrong. Fuck you, man.
I mean,
fucking better than
I don't
me.
think that'll fly on Twitch. I don't think we can show that on Twitch. Right? This is Twitch. I forget.
No, it's YouTube for now.
YouTube. I mean, I think they'll let us put it up if we have a guy hanging in the background. Hold on, let me go get my Toy Story alien beanie. Woo!
So I'm looking on Yahoo News right now.
Okay. Anything interesting going on in the world?
Let's see. Ivanka Trump shares cute pic with partner in crime.
Who's her partner in crime?
I'm not sure if they mean her boyfriend or one of the other.
Did she commit a crime with someone?
Oh no.
Let me see. I'm on Yahoo News too. I don't have that at all.
Do they model stuff differently depending on who's searching?
I wouldn't be surprised. The first thing that comes up for me is Dems unions cheer Trump on trade while GOP frets.
What?
Yeah, I don't know.
Apparently, one of his aides sold a bunch of steel after he.
One of his aides?
Yeah.
How many aides does he have?
Not enough.
Not enough aides. Donald Trump news. This just in: Donald Trump does not have enough aides. Somebody give Donald Trump more aides,
please. Get more of the porn stars to.
Why do porn stars have to have AIDS? I feel like they're pretty clean, aren't they? They have to get
Chris.
tests all the time.
Oh, Chris.
I watched.
I have no fucking idea.
I watched a lot of those documentaries on Netflix.
Which ones?
They were like about porn, but they're like documentaries.
Are you sure you're talking about not literally porn?
No, I mean I
Those
watched
aren't documentaries.
I watched
Chris.
some of that too, but there's like documentaries on porn on Netflix. They're actually pretty interesting. They follow like these like not like crazy like stars, but people who do porn and like how they live their lives and everything and all the stuff they have to go through. It's interesting actually. Like you think that it's like fan service. We're like, we're just gonna show tits on this thing on Netflix and it's get a lot of views, but it's actually pretty interesting. Like because you gotta think of a lot. There's a lot of things to think about if
if you have your dick in your hand, if I walk in a room, you're gonna be like, I was watching a documentary. Like,
no, I'm gonna.
Is that the excuse you used for your parents when they
I'm
did
gonna
that
ask
shit?
you if you want to be a comedian. You want to make it in this business, huh, honey? Just stay. Shut the door.
You just say really quick, can I do this? Can you do this? Like, after you're walking into the door, I asked.
Hey, do you want $1 million? Can I do this? Yes. Wait. What? You said yes. Consent.
That guy's never coming back.
I mean, he might. It might take him like 10, 15 years like Dave Chappelle, but...
Well, Chappelle left out of his own volition. Like,
Yeah.
he left because he wanted to.
He left because
and then he came back when he wanted to.
Is that what happened?
Yeah.
I thought he left because he didn't want to do the show anymore, and then they ruined his career, and then he eventually came back many years later when it didn't matter anymore.
No, he was raising kids.
I know he was raising kids, but I feel like it was my understanding that he left, like he didn't want to do it anymore, like his whole analogy in his story, like on his stand-up that we saw. And then they ruined him, like, oh, he's crazy, he's smoking crack or whatever, and he couldn't really get another job after that. And then he came back like 10, 15 years. That's the way he made it seem to me.
No, I don't
from
think so.
His story.
He wasn't smoking crack.
I know he wasn't actually doing it, but like they spread all that stuff around him so he couldn't get another job. They fucked him. I think
they could. He could have came back whenever. It's not like he released something. It was he came up right, and like he just appeared at some shows, and people were like, "Oh shit!" Like he said, it was like Bigfoot. Like, "Oh shit!" It's fucking Chappelle.
It's Chappelle foot.
Chappelle foot. He fucks feet.
He what?
He fucks feet.
I mean,
that was part of his skit. He's like, "Can I borrow some friction, honey?" From the feet.
Can I? Gotta use that callus shaver.
Ooh.
It's rough.
Yuck.
It's rough.
It's rough. Yep. We went from Ivanka Trump to fucking feet.
To Dave Chappelle fucking feet. This train has no destination. It's just a ride, and we're all on it.
Yep.
Holy shit. Is this real? This is on Yahoo News? I'm looking at the things. 2-year-old girl dies after mirror falls on her at a Payless shoe store.
How big was that fucking mirror?
It just shows a picture. Like, I feel like that's
Where's
really
that?
shameless promotion right here. Like, the thumbnail for it is not like a picture of the girl or like even something like dramatic. It's literally just a picture of the Payless shoes like logo.
I don't even see that.
That's right here, man.
Two-year-old girl dies. Oh my god.
Yeah, right? Oh my god, this poor little girl. So Payless will be closing no locations after this. So what have you been up to, man?
I'm an animator.
Yep.
Yep.
What do you
Working
animate?
in the fucking city. The MTA is the worst fucking thing in the world.
Yeah. You got stuck there the other day, right?
Yep.
It just train was like, nah, fuck it. You guys can chill without me for a little bit.
Yeah,
right?
I just got fucking wasted though. Got so wasted. Met up with another friend and then went to fucking like the fact that they don't give me refunds for anything. I spent $120 a week on a fucking ticket to get in the city, and then I had to spend another $60 to get a fucking Uber to like go fucking home.
They didn't refund your ticket?
No, they never fucking refund anything, no matter what happens. You know.
I didn't know.
But then, like, if you don't have like, oh, your ticket is an off peak, you need to pay me $5 more. I'm gonna be like, fuck you, dude. What the fuck?
Yo, peak this.
Fuck you.
Why don't you get on my peak, my guy?
Yo, boy. What up?
Off peak.
Fucking, oh God. Like, I can't stress enough. If you live in Long Island, the MTA has fucked you over at one point or another. It is literally the worst train line in the fucking United States.
It's the worst train line in the United States. That's a bold claim.
I think so.
Have you ridden every train line in the United States?
I don't need to fucking know anything, Chris. I don't need to know fucking anything. Ignorance is bliss in this case because I get to hate them more.
Okay. That's solid. That's solid. That's
solid
standpoint.
God damn it. I just make it, every time I hear that, like, you don't have enough money, $5. Okay, how about you give me the money that you fucking stole with my time and my soul,
I think,
and my energy.
I think you're the result of me, because I'll be honest with you, I've never gotten fucked over by the train. I've fucked the train over many times. I've fucked them over many times. I think.
How did you do that?
So like a lot of times I wouldn't have a ticket, and I'd go on, and the guy would give you the provisionary ticket on the train. You have to pay like $4 more for it, right? So I'd take that, and then I'd come home. It would be for one way. It's always for one way. When I came home or I came back from the train, I would have that same provisionary ticket, and the conductor would come by, and I'd be like, "Oh, somebody else already got me," and I'd show him the ticket from the first time, and he'd be like, "Okay." And so I'd pay $4 more for a one way and get a round trip.
The fuck? How did you do that? It never works.
What do you mean it never works? Because they give you they have constant conductors that come by to check your tickets. I'd have the one from the morning, but I just show him like real quick. I'd be like, "Oh, somebody else already got me. I didn't have a ticket," and he'd be like, "Oh, okay," and just pass. And on my way back, I've done that a couple of times.
Yeah, but that's like for a singular thing. Because if you get like a weekly pass.
Oh, if you're using the train as much as you are, that's probably not going to work.
Exactly.
So
but fuck that. They always fuck the little guy.
It's easy. You can't fight back.
That's what it feels like anyway. My God. So Chris, with your new job, are you facing any kind of moral dilemma?
No. Okay. So for those of you who don't know, which is anybody, I work on an assembly line. I'm not going to say for what company because I don't want this to bite me in the ass later. I work for a company who primarily deals with military contracts, and we build parts for primarily military airplanes and ships and things like that. So indirectly, I'm assembling weapons.
Right.
Like the bomb racks, things that drop bombs and things, So of course they're asking me if I had any moral dilemmas about that. And the short answer is no.
Jesus. Anytime you complain about Trump, just shut the fuck up, man.
People want, people want to say, "What's your soul worth?" What's your morals worth to you? And apparently mine are about $16 an hour.
Wait, that's lower than I thought it was. You said 20.
No, it's that's for when you become a permanent employee.
Oh,
I have like a headhunter who found me the job, so I get a little bit less, or like $4 less, and then when I have a year contract with them, and then they can decide to make me a permanent employee.
That's even worse.
And then when I'm a permanent employee, then I'll get the pay increase.
How much does it cost for you to lose all your morals? About the price it is to a manager at McDonald's yearly salary. Basically. You seem very comfortable right now.
It is what it is, man. I'm not gonna let it bother me. I don't care. Obama had drone strikes. Trump's gonna nuke half the world. Who knows if we'll make it to 2020?
$20 an hour or 2020 a year?
Both. Am I gonna cry? If I'm over here, I'm gonna cry that I'm making weapons. If I'm gonna be over there, I'm gonna cry that I'm getting blown up by weapons. Nobody wins.
Nope. Jesus Christ.
Whatever, man. Nobody's happy. Live with it.
Jesus fuck.
Some of them are really cool. So like you think that it would just be like some horrible mass killing. It's not. Some of them are actually very interesting. There's a thing that we make. It drops these buoys. It has like a rotating chamber, and it drops these buoys in the water, and it puts sonar out in the water. Lets the airplane know if there's a submarine. And then there are self-propelled torpedoes that it drops to blow up the submarine. It's cool.
When does anyone ever use that for anything ever?
When has anyone ever used that? I feel like that's pretty useful if you're an airplane and submarines have like anti-aircraft missiles.
In the modern day, who uses that?
In the modern day, I don't know. But
like in fucking World War II, yeah. What do they? What happens to this shit after it's?
It sits in a fucking airfield mostly.
Just like
it gets sold to third world countries when we make better stuff.
Is that where all our tax dollars go?
Basically, that's why.
So it's basically building a product that's never going to be used.
It's used when we make better stuff and then we sell it to third world countries or other countries that want military stuff, and then we have the better stuff and we sell them our old shit, and then they try to attack us with it, and we're like,
it's a very nice funneling system of funds.
I don't know what you want me to do about it, man. Stop building it? That's not going to happen.
Used to work making like glasses.
Yeah. Oh, what? I guess I'm a murderer for that too, right?
Yeah.
If I make a pair of glasses for a pilot and then he kills somebody, that's my fault too, right?
Okay, well, a pilot needs to have perfect vision, number one.
Okay, well.
So, you know.
It's an analogy, Chris. It could have been a sniper.
Sniper too. They need to have perfect vision too, I would think. I have no idea, but
I don't know. I've never been either of those things. I can't say, but it's. At what point are you responsible and not responsible? What if your animation convinced somebody for whatever job they're working at to quit and join the military, and they killed a bunch of people? Is that your fault?
Well, then also video games cause gun violence.
They do.
Oh, anything to get your point across, right? What the fuck does that sound like?
Someone who's very dedicated to their cause.
Yeah, I bet. Oh God.
Playing any video games, Chris, these days?
I have no time to play
you
it.
Have no time to play video games.
None.
See, I'm disappointed in you, man.
What do you play?
I play Dragon Ball FighterZ and I play Magic the Gathering. I'm not afraid to admit that.
Fucking nerd. I play with cards.
It's fun. Tell that to people that play poker and win $1 million a game.
You're not gonna win $1 million with fucking Magic the Gathering.
Actually, that's not true. Let's see what the last Grand Prix was.
Oh Jesus, here we go. Welcome to the Magic the Gathering podcast. I'm your host, Chris, and the guy who actually does this shit, Chris Miliani. So, Chris, what do you want to do with this podcast?
What's
your goal?
What's my goal with the podcast?
Sure.
Like end goal or like short-term goal or?
Where do you see this? All of this, Chris. All of this can be yours.
King of all you see before you.
You know, like this unironed black fucking sheet. These really cheap HD cameras.
I mean, they look nice. I think I can see myself from here. I look pretty good. I don't know if it's the camera's fault, but I look pretty good. No, I would like to, I think a short-term goal with any of the things that we've done, and ultimately this goal I've had for all the things we've done, we ultimately failed at.
Yeah.
My first short-term goal would be to, within probably a year or two's time of doing it, which I don't even think we did Flicks for a year.
Flicks, yeah.
To generate any sort of money from it, whether it be enough to buy anything, that doesn't matter, just to generate some sort of income from it.
Wow, that's really general.
What do you mean that's general?
That's fucking general as fuck.
How is that general? Like, to be able to make money at something that you enjoy doing, or at least that you say that you enjoy doing. I think that's a good goal.
I guess so. So your goal is money. Noble.
I
That's a good goal.
That would be a goal. Like, I can't say a goal would be to like make people laugh or to make people happy, because if we are like, then we're hopefully it's like that's the point of doing it. That's not the goal. That's what we do every time we try to do this, is to make people laugh and make people happy and be entertaining. That shouldn't be a goal. Hopefully we are, or we're getting better as we do it. But I don't consider that a goal of the thing. That's like what we're trying to do every time we do it.
Sure. No, I can see that.
The goal of this first video that we're doing isn't to make money. It's to be entertaining or whatever. But like you have the project as a whole, and then each individual video. And I think I take each individual video as something that we're trying to be funny or be entertaining or be good at.
It's going to
get better at it.
It's going to be hard with this kind of format because we're not used to it.
Yeah.
We're used to more skits.
Yeah, I mean, lights and a camera in your face. It's pretty.
Yeah,
you're on the spot, man.
On the spot all the time, but
you realize how not funny you are for a long period of time.
Hey, man, we're working on it, but my goal is to get better at this. See if we can have some fun, and just see my best friend for one day out of the week.
When's he getting here?
Why do you think that? Why do we stop doing flicks? I think it was just too much work.
I don't. I think we both. You started working on your.
Don't even say it.
On your.
Don't even fucking say it. Don't even fucking say this. We talked about this. Faggot bad shit.
I was gonna be nice about it. I was gonna say your passion project.
Faggot bad shit.
He worked on it for what, almost 3 years?
No, Jesus, no, 2.
2? I thought it was 2 in like a couple months. I rounded up.
Whatever. It was done for 2 months.
He was working on it day and night for a long period of time, and I would kick in the door of his room like Kramer on Seinfeld, and I'd do the world's worst
waste
Joe Pesci voice.
It's a waste.
Hey, Chris, what are you working on this faggot bear shit for, eh?
And then me, I still don't know the answer to that now.
Yeah, right?
People are like, oh, you made that? Oh, cool.
I don't know.
Or why? Usually that was the biggest thing. Why did you do this?
Yeah, right? Were you allowed to say that F word like that?
Yes, I'm allowed to do whatever the fuck I want.
Not that F word.
Oh, shit. Don't know why.
I mean, I guess we'll find out when we get fucking persecuted and crucified.
Yep.
By the one person who stumbles across this video. By the Jews, right?
No.
No, but so yeah, he would be working on his passion project, and so I got a job too that took up a lot of my time. So
right.
we just didn't have the time to do it anymore.
Right.
Which I didn't like that much, because I know we were still working on properly dividing the work. We had also basically just discovered that I was pretty good at editing.
Yeah,
we never got to explore.
Those are the Majora's Mask stuff.
Yeah, which we
This is for anybody who how many subscribers did we have?
I don't remember.
Like we
1,000.
had.
Like 1,000, I think.
No, we didn't have 1,000. We had like 124. So to the 124 of you.
But they were really dedicated.
Yeah, they were. So towards the end, like Chris found out that he was good at editing.
I was good at it, and I enjoyed doing it, but we never really got to explore that, because by the time I edited, I think I only edited 1 of the videos or 2 of the videes.
And also because I didn't want it was like turning into Mystery Science Theater or like a Let's Play channel, which I didn't want it happen.
Yeah. Well, it's tough because we couldn't use a lot of the movies that we had 2 that still probably to me the 2 best ones that we did were the ones that we couldn't use. We did Lion King, and we did Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Those weren't fair use. We couldn't upload those. Those are fantastic.
What the fuck? Why the fuck do we think we could get away with that?
Because we were young and naive.
That was like 3 years ago.
Yeah. It was longer than that, I think.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Probably like 4 or 5 years ago.
Fuck, man.
Because, yeah, the first Flicks video was like 3 years ago.
Jeez.
Yep. And we did that like almost probably a year before that. We did it and we were like, we should do this on YouTube. And we said that for like a year and then we did it. And we found out, oh shit, we can't upload this. Fuck. We have to use shitty, like not great movies. A lot of like.
But that was the problem because then you couldn't do that and you had to be Mystery Science Theater and like do the same ones that they did really well. And it was never going to be that good, you know?
Then we started doing stuff like the Raid videos, the RAED, shit rapper guy, and
we were thinking about returning for a while though, because we wrote that Trump sketch.
Yeah, I mean,
which is now like it would be so hack if we released it now.
Would it?
It would be really hack. Yeah.
I don't even remember.
It had like China jokes. Like, did
we?
Yeah. China.
Oh yeah.
Remember that?
Well, because yeah, that was actually funny though. I thought.
No, it would have been funny if like right after he got elected, but we didn't have time to do it.
I still think it'd be funny. I don't know, because I remember the context correctly. There was some evil cult praying to like a picture of Trump, and it speaks to them, and we would have him or the voiceover of the poster would be like Trump. I mean, China, and then we'd have like subtitles of what he was actually saying.
Like, at this point, any kind of type of like Trump jokes are kind of hack. Yeah. They are. They just fucking are. You know? I think. I don't know.
Nothing's hack as long as it's funny.
I don't know what kind of podcast it's going to be. I mean, we have ideas of what we want to do with it. We think maybe the next episode we open up a new segment called To Catfish. What was it?
To catch a catfish or something? Yeah.
Catfish a catfish.
To
catfish a catfish. Just tell us a story about what you did.
Okay, so I was just really bored and was on Instagram, and some random like obvious fake profile was like, you know, everyone's seen them. If you ever have even on Facebook or even like phone calls and stuff.
Right.
Some fake like picture of a girl, and it's like the profile description is like, oh hey, big boy, we want the sexy time right now. Call me, like.
Right.
So they like added me. I didn't even follow them back, and then they like private messaged me like, "Oh, I just want to get to know you." Blah blah. I'm like, this is obviously like a catfish. Happens to everybody. They're like, "Oh, we should meet up, and you should send me $1,000." Blah blah blah. You know how it goes. They always try to get your money. So I was just bored. I was just fucking with them.
Fucking catfish.
Yeah, I was just like, "Oh yeah, I'm from Washington, and I have the job where I make $1 billion a year." I didn't say that. I made it more believable, but I was just fucking with them, and they were like, obviously, I could see the fucking water dripping from their mouths, like cartoon steak dangling in front of their face. It was funny. And then, like, at the last minute, I'm like, oh, you're just some fucking Indian guy catfishing. Like, get the fuck out of here. And they get all mad at me, and they're like, oh... You know,
no, didn't they say like, oh, I need to go?
Yeah, they were like, oh, you know, don't text me again. I'm blocking you, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, you know, I'm like, how can I take this further? So I like waited a couple minutes and then messaged them like, oh, baby, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. I thought you were just trying to scam me. Can I buy you something? Can I buy something expensive?
And they're like, ooh, yes.
Yeah, right. And then they immediately text me back like right away. They were like, oh, yeah, well, you know, start going off. What can you buy me?
Can you buy me Target gift cards?
Yeah, right. And I'm like... And then I just turned it off again right away. I'm like, obviously you're just some scammer. I'm just messing with you. I can't believe you messaged me back. Get jebaited.
Jebaited? What does jebaited mean?
It's like a slang term. I found out about it from like fighting games. Baited would be like if you do a move that's like unsafe in the game, and you can punish it because like if the move whiffs or whatever, or you get them to do the move. And then you're prepared for it, you can punish them for it. So when you kind of make them do something you wanted to do, they got baited into doing something they thought would be safer, beneficial to them, and since you were prepared for it, you punish them for it. So like you baited them. Like if I rushed you out and then I backdash right away, so I get in and I get out, and you think if you can hit a button or something and hit me, if I prepared and I get out of there really quick right away, you got baited into pressing a button, and then I can hit you and do a combo or whatever.
And that's what the fuck you did to
So
this Indian gentleman.
I baited the fuck out of this guy, and he fell for it hook, line, and sucker. Then I told him
sucker. What the fuck? What?
Hook, line.
I think you didn't get that right.
No, that's
what? What? Hook, line, and sucker?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a play on the original catchphrase.
Uh-huh. Right.
I believe, actually, if we're gonna come full circle, I'm not 100% sure, but I think Helga's dad said that one time. I think he did.
Who said that?
Helga's dad.
Helga.
Big Bob Beepers.
Hook, line, and sucker. Go back to here. Don't look for it. No, I want to believe it. I don't even want to know.
Big Bob was the best character on that show. I don't care what anybody says. I remember when they were walking in the woods and he has the stupid Pathfinder thing.
Right.
And it like breaks and he's like, a cheap piece of junk. I'll sell thousands. That's
the way to go, baby.
Look at us. It's dark. The track finder doesn't work. The mister's broke. And to top it all off, we're lost.
Oh, boy. So I see that now on Yahoo News. Yahoo News. Gun bill advances to Florida Senate.
Gun bill? What gun bill?
Let's read it.
Tell me this amazing gun bill.
The Florida Senate agreed to advance a bill that would increase school
shootings. Is that what it's going to do? Probably.
That was a Freudian slip, if anything. That would increase school shootings, though, safety, and restrict gun purchases during a rare weekend session that often turned into a debate on gun control and arming teachers in the aftermath of last month's Parkland school shootings. So,
oh yeah, we need to keep guns away from kids. How do we make them more safe? We should put more guns closer to kids.
Yes, exactly. The Senate spent nearly 8 hours on Saturday debating dozens of amendments to the 100-page bill before finally approving the legislation for a final vote on Monday.
Sounds like an adventure by number novel. Do you choose to advance with gun safety? Turn to page 47. Oh, you died.
You gotta be slick to get to the last of the and like you just see like goosebumps on the front, but it's like all scratched out. And then like it's just like legislation.
Oh my God.
Democratic proposals to ban assault rifles in large capacity magazines were rejected, as was a Democratic proposal to strip language from the bill that would create a program to arm teachers who have gone through law enforcement training if school districts choose to take part in the so-called Marshall Plan. So-called. So,
sir, why do you like hunting? Or why do you need guns for hunting? Why do you like hunting? It's a skillful sport, and you need to have a lot of patience and have a lot of skill with your weapon. Oh, why do you need a 30-round magazine for hunting? In case I miss a lot. Why do you need hollow point armor-piercing rounds for those deer that wear bulletproof vests?
It's just where those damn hippies are always strapping Kevlar onto the fucking deer.
My God.
Yeah, so it says Democrats want to ban such weapons as the AR-15, which was the gun that killed a majority of the 17 people at Stoneman Douglas High School on February 14th. But they all oppose arming of teachers
because it's a stupid fucking idea.
What is your father is he owns a few guns and weapons, and he's very careful with them.
My father.
So what does he think about all this shit?
My family in general is an avid, or are avid gun owners. They're not crazy people, you know. I was taught at a very young age how to use a gun, what gun safety was, what guns were for. And even my family doesn't think that people need assault weapons and 30-round magazines. The majority of use of a gun, I mean, there's a lot, like there's so many prereqs to talking about this that I sometimes forget. Maybe some people don't know these things. Like, okay, so
yeah,
where would I start? Like, obviously, bottom line, when a lot of people don't want to acknowledge this, is the basis. A gun is something that was designed to kill people. Or not people, but kill things. It ends life. That's what it does. And to say that it has these alternate purposes is silly. Like, oh, I use it for shooting at the range and blah, blah, blah. Like, yes, you may use it for these alternate things, but the gun or the weapon's purpose is to kill things. So we have to get that out of the way right now. It's what it was made for. And then once you kind of take that in, or you get that in your system, you have to have respect for it, because it doesn't take much to kill somebody with a gun. You point it at them and you pull the trigger. Anybody can do that. It's not super hard. And I'm not saying like murder people, but I'm saying like it in the sense of you have to be very safe with it and careful with it, because any slight mistake could result in something terrible happening. And going back to the original topic here, to no matter how safe you are, how good you are, or trained you are, accidents happen. And when you put here we go.
Keep talking.
No, I just feel like I'm on Ren and Stimpy.
Keep talking.
No, I just feel like I'm on Ren and Stimpy.
Wait, get up. Get up, right? And we get up. While he's saying this, look what he's wearing. And what else, Chris?
So, taking those things into consideration and keeping that in mind, you're rolling the dice here, because you're putting more danger in the way of, or putting kids in the way of more danger by having more guns around them at more times. Like, how many bowls can you put in how many china shops, and how much glass do you think will break?
That was inspiring.
I feel like Buzz Lightyear right now. I'm like, you're mocking me, aren't you? Oh, no. Chris, look, a school shooter. Where?
Shit. Oh, my God. Well, yeah. Anyway, your dad owns guns. Anyway. Is that what he said? Or do you talk about him?
I talk about it with him, and he, again, my family agrees that nobody needs an assault rifle. Nobody needs a 30-round magazine. My family doesn't agree with me on this, but, everyone's like, oh, Second Amendment rights, everyone has a right to a gun, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I don't agree with that. I think owning a gun should be a privilege. It should be like owning a car.
At least, right?
At least, right? I think that, yes, everyone wants to take the amendments and the Constitution and the Bill of Rights, all that stuff. Maybe, we could do that, or maybe a 200-year-old document written when a gun held one bullet and took 15 minutes to reload might be in need of some revision. I don't know.
They had automatic. They would just put it on, like they would put it on a rack, and they would just go across. They
put 50,000 guns on a rack and just run down the line and fire.
Yeah, it's like they knew it was coming. Don't check the history books for that one.
I mean, the Indians couldn't handle it, so.
Oh, shit. What? Wait. Where's this Arnold sound effect
doing its thing?
Yeah, we gotta put that on.
We gotta get some Arnold sound effects for next time. I'll find them, or we can just do a lot of work and rip them from clips and put them on a button.
That's probably what we're gonna end up do.
That is probably what will end up happening. We do this because it's less work, does more work. So, since you just abandoned video games, what do you like to do in your free time now?
Thinking up shit like this, man. I don't do much anymore.
Yeah, right.
I just see my friends succeeding and me.
Anything I feel.
I play drums a lot too, though.
Yeah.
But even then, like,
good at that,
I guess. Not good
enough.
We go.
Here we go. Every humble musician ever, or not even musician, anybody who does anything.
I thought you were looking at something.
No, I'm talking about you.
Oh.
Every artist, every musician, everybody creates or does anything. Anyone who doesn't do that thing is like, wow, you're good. No, I suck, man. I blow. I've only been doing this for like 20 years. I'm garbage.
I haven't been doing it for 20 years though.
Doing it
It's
for
so
like
nice, Chris.
15.
So nice. Oh, what else is up on Yahoo News?
Does this fireman spits on little boy, calls him a racial slur at a Hooters restaurant?
What? What?
Yeah.
Read that story right now.
Fireman spits on a little boy, comma 3, comma, calls him a racial slur at Hooters, report.
Read it. Read that. Open that up.
Let's see. A firefighter will be charged with child battery and making a criminal threat after he allegedly used a racial slur, and this is italicized, and spit on the little boy.
So he was this like unprovoked?
The little boy's family was at a birthday celebration. I don't know what kind of birthday goes on at Hooters when you're a little boy. Whatever.
See, that's their first mistake,
With
right?
20 to 30 guests. The child was playing with a pair of Hooters, and no. And he went over where the suspect was seated, and that's when the man attacked the boy. He basically said, "Get that little blank up off the floor."
Oh my God.
I can't even read it.
You read it.
The N-word started to get thrown around. The witness who asked to remain anonymous told KCTV. Witnesses also said that when confronted by police, the suspect said he was a firefighter. Like that would make it okay or something.
Oh, no, I'm a firefighter.
It's okay.
Yeah, sure. It's like this reaffirms your dad's hatred
hates
of
volunteer firefighters. He thinks they're lazy, good for nothings. His immediate response was, "It's okay, I'm a firefighter." I just immediately think of Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah.
When he tries to get on the plane, the guy's like, "You can't go in. It's okay, I'm a limo driver."
Yeah.
And he just falls to his face. "It's okay, I'm a fireman." Like that was supposed to blanket cover everything for him, the witness said.
So basically, he's like, get that N-word off the floor. And then he's like, no, it's okay. I'm a firefighter.
Sounds like something Uncle Ruckus would say.
When does the spitting part come in?
Yeah, right?
This?
So the 3-year-old's grandfather said he was shocked to discover that the man has actually been identified as a Kansas City firefighter. Well, there you go, Kansas.
I'm not really shocked, but...
"My whole body just went numb," he said. "How could someone do that to a child? He's a baby. He's helpless. He didn't deserve that. Sick to my stomach," the grandfather added. Despite what the man allegedly did to his grandchild, the grandfather says he will pray for people like that. Well, it's better.
Where's the spitting part?
Yeah, right? I don't know.
That's like the kicker.
Hooters does not tolerate any harassment or discriminatory language. The safety and well-being of our guests and employees are...
So that implies that during this altercation, when he's yelling out expletives and the N-word and all that shit, he decided just to spit on the floor.
I guess. I don't know why. I don't see anything about the spitting at all. It was italicized in the first paragraph, and then was never brought up again.
Maybe the writer was like, "Oh, he had to have."
He had to have.
It's just a given.
I'd be more surprised if he didn't. Let's just throw that in. A little bit of extra flair.
All right, I think we got time for one more story. For Yahoo.
We got time for one more
Yahoo story.
One more Yahoo story.
Yeah, I think that'll be one of our segments. The Yahoo stories.
Well, if in the future, if any of our viewers have any interesting stories they'd like us to read and make a few comments on and move on from,
yeah, definitely.
Please submit.
Right now we have no viewers, though. Oh, I see the story now. Fireman. It's the first thing it says. Is this fireman spits on a little boy?
Damn, these are like, I don't like this.
What?
Is all just like people dying and shit. No wonder why.
Oh, here we go. I got one.
What?
YouTube removes ads from InfoWars Alex Jones channel, but says it has no plans to delete it.
He removes ads?
YouTube removes ads.
YouTube removes ads from
InfoWars Alex Jones channel, but says it has no plans to delete the channel, basically.
I don't know what he did, so...
Him.
What do you mean him?
Just like, I'm not sure what he did. I'm going to read the story here, though.
Okay.
As YouTube continues in its efforts to crack down harder on content that violates, this is a good topic we should bring up next time, the YouTube adpocalypse.
The adpocalypse.
As YouTube continues in its efforts to crack down harder on content that violates terms of usage and promotes offensive and or misleading content, i.e.
what we're
Alex
doing.
Jones. You got to have ads first before you get it taken away, Chris. You're skipping a step.
I mean, we're cutting them off right at the knees.
Yep.
They can't take away ads if you never get ads to begin with.
It's found itself the fake news crossfire this weekend. After a video and some advertisers were removed from YouTube channels controlled by Alex Jones, the far-right commentator best known for hosting the video show InfoWars. Jones announced yesterday that YouTube would be freezing and deleting his YouTube channel today, Sunday, but the claim was false according to YouTube. So
wait, did they still not say what he did to get them pissed off?
I guess not. I
don't
guess
know.
Like YouTube is weird.
Do you know what did? What's this guy's name? Alex Jones.
You know Alex Jones.
I don't know Alex Jones.
Do you not know Alex Jones?
I mean, maybe I'll know his face. Oh wait, that fat guy who like yells all the time.
How do you not know Alex Jones?
I don't know his name. He's like a living meme.
I know.
Wait, they're why? Because of his nonsense rants?
That's why I was confused. I was like, "What? You don't know what I'm talking about?"
This guy looks like a fucking WWE wrestler. Look at this shit, Chris.
I know. That's what he looks like. That's after they use one of his products. That's what he says happens. Have you ever seen like a side by side of like he's trying to sell one of his. He makes most of his money off of. He makes a lot of the money off the merch that he sells, right? Which are like these bullshit pseudoscience, like pieces of shit. And like there's one that says like it makes you more muscular, and it's a picture of him and him side by side, and the only difference is like on the one side with the vitamins, it makes him look more red, and that's it. What are you looking at?
So I typed in Alex Jones to YouTube, the search bar, and the first thing that comes up. I want everyone to take a look at this.
They can't hear you, by the way. What is that? Can they see?
First thing that comes up.
What is it? What is it? Show me.
First thing that pops up: Alex Jones, frogs are gay.
Yes, you never. That's you're late to the party, my friend.
I don't like parties very much, so that sounds accurate.
Turn the fucking frogs gay. You don't know that?
No, I don't.
Oh my god, we got. All right, here's what we're gonna do for the next.
Just gonna do a flicks of Alex Jones now.
Yeah, basically, we're just gonna watch. That's gonna be the next thing. We're gonna do. We're gonna just watch a bunch of Alex Jones things for Chris.
All right. I want to see what gay frogs are.
Well, we're gonna wrap up.
All right.
We're gonna do this for next week.
Sounds good.
We're gonna do that. You want to do catfish? We'll talk about it. We'll keep it interesting.
Options.
Yeah.
We got all the time in the world, Chris.
If there's anyone listening, because we're gonna drop links on it Flicks, all the followers, all that kind of stuff to come watch this. So, anyone out there has any recommendations of things that we should look up, we'll follow it. But until then, this is Chris,
and I'm also Chris,
and this is the Chris and Chris podcast. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week.
Sounds good. Can't answer everything with finger guns. That's where you're wrong.
All right, now
kiddo.
I'm gonna leave. Fuck you, Chris.
Yeah, whatever.